really microing those. I think he probably just sent them in there to see what was there, and yeah, didn't really look around. And looking at all the refiners here, seeing how many are actually still mining effectively. I think we got, I wasn't counting there effectively. I think we've got two full geysers for one full geyser for Firebat Hero at this moment. Flash, I gotta think, has probably only one as well. Maybe the bottom right, maybe that top right base at the 2 o'clock position might have gas there as well. And that's about it. That's what we're checking out now. Yeah, that one has gas. And what else has gas? And that one has gas. So he's got two effective gas going right now, whereas I believe Firebat here only has one. But with all of the mini ones, he's got the equivalent of 2 gas expansions right now. And Flash has the equivalent of about 3, I think. This means main and natural 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's got about 3. So yeah, about a little bit of an advantage for Flash, but it's still pretty close here. And Flash is definitely on the defensive right now. He can't really move into the middle of the map. If he moves into the middle of the map, it is just GG for all of his bases on the right side, and his base on the right side will fall very, very quickly. There's not much of a chance of them putting up much of a fight if he moves that dropship fleet out. And it's kind of surprising. You don't see this very often, where Flash is at a strategical disadvantage, where he loses map control like this, where he is you often see him choose to play defensively, but he cedes map advantage at times in games because he doesn't need it, because he knows he'll be able to push out. This is not one of those cases. This is a case where he has been forced to lose his map advantage and is forced to play like this. And this is one of those occasions where Firebat Hero is in the advantage against him. It's a big difference than a lot of other times. I mean, you often see Flash turtle up like this, but this is not his traditional turtle. This is not a good turtle for Flash. This is a bad turtle for Flash, where he's forced to build up here and sit tight because there's just nowhere for him to go. And Firebat Hero is to the point where I'm pretty sure that he's just gonna mine the world, and he has no reason, no need to really push out at all, because he has so much of the map, and that natural expansion for Flash at that right side certainly is never going to go up. So it's not a big deal for him to be sitting here like this. And it looks like Firebat here actually sacrificing SCVs, just trying to clear up some side space. He's just got so much money that he doesn't even need the side room anymore. It looks like all 5 of his bases look like they're nearly mined out. And Flash looks like he's probably mined out 4 bases probably at this point. So both players just absolutely on huge banks. And you can see Flash's bank. It looks like he's close to maxed out, and he's got like thousands and thousands and thousands of minerals and gas. And we're looking at Firebat here, and it's the same thing. They're both at about 180, 190 psi. I think they're intentionally not supply capped, and they each have like 5,000 to 7,000 minerals and a couple thousand gas. So both of them are just in absolute stockpiling situations right now. And now it's just a matter of creating more factories if you choose to stay with the ground units, producing more starports, which we saw Firebat Hero do. We saw him produce some starports there at the bottom left, or actually that would be his natural expansion, producing some starports. So we could be seeing some battlecruiser play here eventually. And yeah, we do see a couple control towers going down, and I'm looking for the physics labs. I assume it's somewhere. And it looks like he's mined out the 9 o'clock position, just going to let those SCV die. Why does he need them? Doesn't need them. And actually, with all that splash damage, might actually be able to pick off this one of those tanks if he chose to. And yay, he's actually going to SCV drill a tank. And now we see a big push out by Flash, going to try and finally get his way out here. And Firebat Hero coming in here for a counter drop. And there's just so many units here. This is absolutely ridiculous number of units for both these players. And it looks like Flash is coming out just a little bit on top. Firebat Hero needs to move those dropships back unless he wants them to die, and they are going to die. Those dropships do all go down, so he's only got a couple left now. That's not very good for him. I think that was a little bit careless losing all those dropships. Those would have been useful. I know he's transitioning into battlecruisers, but it would have been useful for him to keep those around for a little bit longer. And it looks like Flash is going to take the last gas expansion. And that is absolutely critical, that he's going to be able to take the last gas expansion. If he can get that up and running, that's going to be a huge advantage for him. And he's going to be able to do tons of be able to do a whole lot more with that geyser. We did see both players with about 1 to 2,000 gas, but that gas will get eaten up pretty quickly when you go something like battlecruisers or if you go mass raids. So you know, a new gas expansion will certainly be very, very helpful for him, and give him a nice boon to his economy and allow him to transition better. And I'm surprised that they have not shown us Flash's base more. Like, is he transitioning into any aerial players, or is he just continuing to stick with this dropship ground force play? I'm really curious to see this. And really haven't gotten a good view of it so far. It looks like Flash is starting to produce at least a few Goliaths. I don't know if that is more than before or what's going on there, but definitely was producing at least a few Goliaths on the left side of the map. The physics lab is up, and we see all of the starports for Firebat here are producing. I believe that 4 or 5 starports are going to be producing battle cruisers, and those will be very, very important as the game proceeds. Once they start being produced, and once they start getting up in numbers, they will just lay waste to a tank line in seconds. And now it looks like Firebat here is going to try and establish some more map control, going to try and establish a line, biding time for his battle cruisers. That's the big thing right now. Firebat here biding his time, trying to keep Flash from advancing on him too hardcore. Although, to be honest, just said it again, Firebat Hero doesn't have any mining bases right now, I don't think. All he has is gas going everywhere, but even those are mostly depleted, so not even a whole lot of gas going on. So he's depending mostly on these battle cruisers, as Flash has taken that base at the 9 o'clock or the 3 o'clock position, has taken that natural, so he's going to be able to start getting more economy going. So Firebat Hero really focusing here on his battle cruiser is going to be forced to do a lot of damage. Looks like Flash maybe just scanned the bottom left, thinking maybe there were some forces hidden there, maybe thinking that maybe there were battle cruisers around. It looks like he's just scanning around a little bit, just looking around, just trying to find things. But I'm not really seeing too much. If he just scanned the natural expansion, he would see all the starports and all the control towers and know that it was battle cruisers. But it doesn't look like he knows that, because I haven't seen cloaked wraiths being produced. I haven't been seeing Goliaths. I haven't seen battle cruisers of his own, nor have I seen ghosts for lockdown. So none of the usual counters against battle cruisers have been mass produced by Flash. So we could see Flash actually be surprised here by the battle cruisers that are popping out now. We see the first 2 popped out, and more still being produced here by Firebat Hero. And these battle cruisers could do a ton of damage, and they've actually are 1/1 upgraded as well. So definitely a nice spot right now for Firebat here to do some damage. He has an opportunity here to maybe take down these bases on the right side, try and do some damage to the military and the economy both. And because he's already made his tech switch, he's in a better situation if they both are reduced to simply using their banks as the map gets mined out. He will be in the better position because he already has some of these upgrades, already has the control towers down, and those kinds of things. And here come the battle cruisers coming into play now. And they're definitely going to be able to start picking off at some of these tanks. And Flash has got to be like, oh my god, are you kidding me? You caught me by surprise with battle cruisers. How did I not see this coming? And he's got to be kicking himself at least a little bit. A couple tanks have already gone down. And some battle cruiser micro going on here. Firebat here with some nice battle cruiser dancing here. Taking as few shots on his battle cruisers as possible. Picking off tanks left and right. Looks like 3 or 4 tanks have already gone down. So some nice little battleship micro there. I didn't know you could micro battleships like that. Or battle cruisers. Do you guys mind if I call them battleships? I don't see why you would. Battleships, battle cruisers, what's the difference? Pretty much amount to the same thing. Same thing in any way. So yeah, we got some more battle cruisers moving into position, and a nice little position here for Firebat here, just picking away. If he gets Yamato, he'll be able to do some more damage, and a counter drop or a drop coming in here from Flash on the backside of that force, gonna try and do some damage as well with some Goliaths mixed in. But as long as he can keep his battle cruisers near a tank force, he'll be in a nice spot to defend them against other Goliaths and just start picking away at things. But it looks like Flash is just gonna try and push down the bottom of the map and try and do much damage as he can. Maybe try and go for some of these bases, maybe take down some of these proxy factories. But I don't know if these are really important places right now for Firebat Hero. I think he's going to be willing to do a base trade. If the base trade is what occurs, I think he'll be... What? The video just died. What is going